Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yah Shai Barakatham to all the brothers. Shalom. Yahweh Shema Thabah Shem Yah Shai to all the sisters. I am priest and officer at Bada Yah 1000. This is the Monday night scripture breakdown class with General Mahayaman. He will be here, so please have your questions ready in the chat. General Mahayaman will answer all your questions according to the scriptures, according to the Bible. That's at his disposal. So please put them in the chat. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. We teach that so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native men, women, and children are God's chosen people according to the Bible. Yes, black man, Hispanic man, Native man, woman, and child. We are the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites. Hebrew is our tongue, is our language. Israelite is our nation, our nationality. Yes, we are the people of the book. Yasharallah is our name. Yasharallah, Prince of the Power. If you are a male, Princess of the Power. If you are a female, we are a royal people. We're set apart. We're a royal, set apart nation, and we must conduct ourselves as such. The men, we got to be masculine warriors for the Most High God. We cannot be in the LGBTQ community. We cannot be effeminate. We can't be weak. We can't do those things. We have to serve the Most High God. We have to have strength and courage for the Most High God, for His law, such as commandments. We got to defend the law unto death. The Most High God will be with us if we serve Him. As for the sisters, cannot be whores. You're princesses. How do princesses conduct themselves? Ask yourself that. How do a princess conduct themselves? Are they whores? No. They do not conduct themselves as such. They are elegant. They are wise. They are chaste, modest. You know, they're virtuous. The virtuous woman found in the Bible. The virtuous woman. So be virtuous. Let's get the book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. Because once we start conducting ourselves as the people of the Lord, the heathen can't say nothing about us. We keep these laws, such as commandments. They will see us as a wise and understanding people. That's Deuteronomy 4 and 6. A wise and understanding people. That's who we were meant to be. We're meant to be wise and have understanding. Wisdom is a defense in time of trouble. You need your defenses up. You need your defenses up. In your attack, our power comes from the Most High God. The sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. That's our offense. That's how we cut people. Not with ourselves. This is a spiritual battle we are in the last days of time. We cut with the word of God. That's how we eliminate unclean spirits, how we destroy false doctrines of Christianity, just by using the words of the Lord. The Most High God will use the foolishness of preaching to save His people. He'll use the simple things of the world to confound the wise. Shalom, nice to see you. Some of y'all, when you get a chance, let's read the book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9.
It's the book of 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation.
In these last days of time, we are a chosen generation. This is a time to get right. Our reward is at stake. Power for all eternity. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Esau's kingdom is crumbling. Everybody feels it in the air. The turmoil, the famine, the wars. It's everything's just compounding on each other. and we, in the truth, we love it. We know that Christ's kingdom is that much closer to coming. But we need our people to get right so that none of us get left behind when those chariots come through. Go ahead, Mahayaman. Read on.
Con, sir. A royal priesthood.
We are a royal priesthood, a nation of kings and priests. We are a royal priesthood. We are the priests of the Most High God in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. The fake Israelite groups, the Most High God did not recognize you. He does not recognize any other religion. He only recognized the priests and prophets in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. That's where Christ resides. That's where that's who are true servants of Christ. So we need to come back home, Israel. Come back home to I.S.U.P.K. Go ahead, Mahayaman.
Come, a royal priesthood and holy nation.
We are a holy nation, a separate nation. We got to stay set apart from these other nations. We cannot. The flood happened because the sons of God dealt with the daughters of men. That's why the flood happened. Have we not learned from our mistakes from the past? We have to keep our holy seed separate. Black man is for the black woman. Hispanic man is for the Hispanic woman. Latino, the native man is for the native woman. That's how it is. We can't go up. We can't deal with interracial marriage. That's not how it works. Can't do that. It's a sin according to the Bible. It's a sin. Yes. We are a holy nation. Go ahead.
Con, sir. A peculiar people.
We are a peculiar people. We're special. We're different. We're not like everybody else. There's something about us that's different from everybody else, and everybody knows it. Like we are the best in every arena, even in our wickedness. We are the best in every arena. Our talent just always shines through. We are the trendsetters, especially the tribe of Judah. They are the head tribe, and they set everything down. And then the other tribes got their qualities and bring it all through the fold. We need all 12 flavors, all 12 tribes, because we all have our unique gifts and talents that bring that we're the salt of the earth. We are the light of the world. Without us, it will just be darkness on the earth. And the Most High God wants His kingdom on the earth. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That means His laws, statutes, and commandments are being governed on the earth. Because right now, this is Satan's kingdom. Satan rules the world. Eventually, it's going to be Christ's kingdom, and Christ's going to rule the world under the Most High God. Go ahead, Mahayaman.
God, sir. That ye should show forth the praises of Him who have called you out of darkness.
See? Called us out of darkness. Most High God in Christ called us out of darkness. We was blinded when we was in the world. We was doing those evil acts, the sin, the iniquity, transgression of the law, following after our oppressor, doing all manner of wickedness. That's that darkness. Go ahead, Mahayaman.
Come, into His marvelous light.
Into His marvelous light. His law is light. We are meant to be that vessel of honor, that vessel of mercy. We are meant to be the righteous people on the earth. That's that light. Let it shine. Let it shine. Now let's get Judith chapter 5 and verse 20, Biblical Show. Judith chapter 5 and verse 20 in the Apocrypha. Because these heathen, they have our records. They know what's up. They know our history. They know how and when to attack and when to defend, when to leave us alone. Especially Esau. Like they know that when we sin against the Most High God, they have a chance to overcome us as a nation of people. It can just destroy us, wipe us out. Like right now, we lost our identity. We lost our heritage. We've been discontinued from our heritage. We lost our identity, our language, our heritage, our God. We didn't know that the Most High God was a black man spirit, that Christ was a black man. We lost those things. We lost all that to our knowledge. But thanks to the Most High God in Christ, that since 1969, the truth has been brought back onto the earth. And once it came back, oh man, nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop the truth. The truth shall set you free. All those chains of darkness, all those prisons, those mental prisons that we're in, the truth can break them all free. It can knock them all away, it can obliterate it, destroy it completely. But we have to be willing to be obedient to the Most High God, to obey what is right. We got to play our part as well. We can't just leave it all to the Most High God's hands and hope for His mercy. We got to do what He says to, what He tell us to do. Otherwise, He may not be with us, and we don't want that to happen. We do not want the Lord not to be with us. Go ahead, Matham. Read Judah chapter 5 and verse 20.
Khan, it's the book of Judah, chapter 5, verse 20. Now, therefore, my Lord and governor.
You can pause, Matham. You can grab the door. Aquania, grab the mic. Play Shaw. Can you grab Judah chapter 5 and verse 20? Baba Kushaw. We have to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. It's our protection in these last days of time. Right now, once we start keeping these laws, we'll be protected. Go ahead, Aquania. Read
The
Judah
book of Judah, chapter 5 and verse 20. Now for there, my Lord and governor.
Now, therefore, my Lord and governor. Shalom. You want the class, sir? Class? Most High Christ. I'm going to pass the class over to priest and officer in the car. 1,000.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? All right, let's give Officer Abad a hand for holding it down. All right. Abad, I think you was going into our government, right? Let's get back to it. I feel like that's something that everybody should know in the Bible. Your Christian pastors, your religious leaders, whatever you want to refer to them as, they not getting you prepared for what's going on outside. They have not prepared you. And how do we know? Because if you were to hear what the I.S.U.P.K teaches, if our people hear what the I.S.U.P.K teaches and what we stand on and how we moving, there be lines outside of this door. But we don't understand the war that's going on outside. Let's read it. Let's read it again. Who was reading? You was reading? Go ahead, read
It's the book of Judah, chapter 5 and verse 20. Now for there, my Lord and governor, if there be any error against the people and the sin against their God, let us they can sin against their God.
We about to celebrate what tomorrow? Who knows? Not you, Trooper. What we about to celebrate tomorrow?
The Day of Atonement.
The Day of Atonement. You should be saying that real.
The Day of Atonement.
There you go. Let's get that brother a hand. Right. So tomorrow we're gonna have the Day of Atonement. Make sure you come to class. All right, regular class. We're gonna do the service to bring in the Day of Atonement. All right, where for 24 hours we drink nor eat anything. All right, we atoning for whatever we done in the past year. You know what I mean? And we doing it because God told us to do it. The Most High Yahweh told us to do it. Now, that scripture you just read, it said, we make these people sin against their God. Let me ask you a question. Is people outside of the I.S.U.P.K keeping this high holy day? Hell no, they're not keeping it. They going to celebrate. You know what they about to get ready to celebrate? They about to go celebrate Halloween. They about to go celebrate Halloween. They about to celebrate Thanksgiving, Christmas. Let me ask y'all, somebody in the chat, let me know. Is Christmas lawful? Is Halloween lawful? Is Thanksgiving lawful? And the other question I have is, your pastor, is your imam, is your religious leader saying that it's okay to celebrate it? Somebody in the chat. Let me hear it.
Maria Stevenson said, sir. Princess Namanya said,
listen, man, these pastors are going to make you sin against the Lord. They're going to have you sin against the Lord because they are not here to make you pay your full debt to the Lord. Here in I.S.U.P.K, what are our slogans? No excuses, right? What does that breed? That breeds someone that have discipline. to really live life and really be successful according to God, according to Yahweh, you understand? You must have no excuses, man. You must be disciplined. Discipline is the beginning of wisdom, man. You understand? Understanding that you must fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, man. That's in the Bible. You understand? These people want us to sin against God. So they set up institutions. They control the environment. Why you think you grew up and looked on TV and you seen women misbehaving, seeing women being promiscuous? You had magazines. You know what I mean? You go inside the Rite Aid. I remember going inside the Rite Aid. You remember back in the day. These that young brother in the back don't understand. You know what I mean? But you used to go get a magazine or something. You in the Rite Aid, went to go get you some Band-Aids or something like that, and you walk past and you see the Jet magazines and all the Sports Illustrated magazines with nothing but nudity in it. You understand what I'm saying? You go inside a Christian church. You can go and celebrate Halloween. You can celebrate Thanksgiving, right? Because the white man have told us that these things is okay. Well, you know what else is okay with the white man? Mass unaliving people. That's the solution that white people have for everything, right? Instead of white people having compassion, saying, you know what, these people need health care, man. Let's just give them some health care, man. Let's not play around with their health. Let's not play around with these people's jobs. You know, they suffering. They already complaining about the cost of living is pretty heavy. Can we hit the air on? It's heat on. I mean, it's heat on. So these people are not fit to lead. These people have shown us numerous times, time and again, that we can't have peace with these people, that we can't trust them at all. Who we should be trusting is Christ. Who we should be putting our trust in is the Lord. And damn right, we should be putting trust in Commander Jenny Yohana. What black man you know that been doing this for over 40 years strong and didn't fall weak and give up on us? If you're watching this class right now, man, you should be grateful for brothers like Commander Jenny Yohana for holding it down. Especially, I'm grateful because I remember being in Philly, being on the block. I remember seeing that van. I just kept seeing that camp van. I'm like, what the hell? The Israelite school. And I remember right around that time, I'm starting to understand a little something. I'm on the block. I'm doing all types of illegal activity. But I kept seeing that van in my neighborhood until I seen Captain Ahmad in the school. You get what I'm saying? I'm grateful that Commander Jenny Hanna and all the brothers that have been teaching this truth was out there putting in the work. That's why here in I.S.U.P.K, man, we going to look. You come into the I.S.U.P.K, you're going to get put to work. Abad, am I lying? Abad is one of the hardest working men in Israel. Let's give him a hand. He don't even want the compliment. Every time I look up, Abad is involved with something because why? This work got to be pushed. You get what I mean? You know what the white man don't want us doing? What we do here in the I.S.U.P.K. That's why you make sure you stand firm with this truth. Don't never drop your sword because there's somebody out there. It's some child out there that's hungry, that's going through abuse. You know, there is a family out there that need you. You understand what I'm saying? It's a family that is praying for answers to be having questions to be answered, and you just out there teaching, or you making a post on social media, or you doing a video teaching a class or doing some kind of interview. Think about how many. Shout out to Captain Tazariot. Let's get Captain Tazariot. There's so many people that seen Captain Tazariot, being on these platforms and kicking with people who don't know. Like, this is the medicine here, man. Where a Bible at? We need a Bible up here. There's one down there. Just get a Bible. There should always be a Bible up here. All right. This is the medicine right here. In I.S.U.P.K, we are the medicine, man. You understand? We're gonna give you the medicine and we're going to tell you how to live your life. All your life you've been lied to. We read it right here. These white people, these are white people talking, by the way. These white people want us to be weak. You know the whole running narrative is black people are dumb, stupid. They said that we can't even fly a damn plane, but we are the ones that are the inventors of the new tomorrow. I hope y'all do understand that in this class tonight. If you don't believe me, go look it up. Go look up how many black and Hispanic women is the inventors of every damn. They put down the blueprint and the foundation of everything that you see here in America. The black and brown man is the inventors and laid down the foundation so that you can have everything that you have today. They had a video of Donald Trump trying to say that we are the inventors of everything. We have invented everything. And you know, black people. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh
Right. Let's get it on, Akim and Akwafia y Akwafia. Mi nombre es General Mahayaman, servicio a placer de el General YAHANNA. Nosotros somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos en 1 West de Calle 125, Harlem, Nueva York, desde 1969, debajo del mando General YAHANNA. Carnales, esta es la verdad. Si tú eres hombres hispanos, negros o indio nativo, tú eres Israel, el pueblo elegido de Dios. Tu madre y tu padre dicen que somos un culto y mantienen su iglesia sin culpa, pero su iglesia es culpable de todo lo que nos están pasando. All right, Lee. I'll take your questions now in the room and online. Let's get it on. I'm ready to go. I have a few precepts I can break out for you. That's if you want me to. No big deal. Anything?
No questions online, sir.
Okay, stand by. 1 second. Please, up front.
Just a quick breakdown, sir. If you could give a brief breakdown on church fathers.
A brief breakdown on church what?
Fathers, sir.
One more time.
Fathers.
Followers?
Fathers.
Church fathers. What is that exactly?
Supposedly, it's supposed to be the people that kind of originated. They spoken about in the Bible, like the church fathers, the ones that I guess originated the church. I hear this term a lot, but
I vaguely remember hearing that, but I've never heard what a Christian is talking about. I don't know what that means, church fathers. All right, I can only assume what I've always thought it meant. If there's a Christian out there that could explain to me what church fathers means, they would have to do that. I don't know what that means. That term wasn't around back when I was in the world. Church fathers, at least I don't recall what it means. What I assume they mean by church fathers are the people that started their church. That's what I always assumed it meant. You know, the church fathers, the people, you know, the Reverend Dr. Blabbity Bloom Blang and the Honorable Dr. This and the Reverend C.J. Coleman or whatever the hell their names are. That's what I assumed it meant. Other than that, I don't know what it is.
sir. So it said influential early Christian writers, theologians, and pastors from roughly the 2nd and 8th centuries.
Do they have a name? Is it Martin Luther?
If I could, sir, to keep reading. It says who established and the doctrinal foundations and intellectual frameworks of Christianity, often with a particular focus on defining core beliefs and defending the faith against challenges. Key figures include Irenaeus, Augustine, John Chrysostom. These are weird names, who spanned both the Eastern and Western Roman empires, shaping Christian thought through the Patriarch era.
Okay, I'm familiar with a few of those names, right? Those are the names of the people mainly that tried to reform the Catholic Church, meaning tried to make it less decadent, you know, less of a place where people just only cared about money and serving the rich and oppressing the poor. So that was their attempt to try to change the Catholic Church in some way. All of those men hated blacks and Hispanics and wanted us to be slaves and subservient under white people. Every last one of those men that you mentioned, St. Thomas Aquinas and Martin Luther and men like that. When they talk about the church fathers or the early leaders of Christian thought, they're speaking about men who wanted to change the Christian church to be kinder to other white people. And this is something hard to understand if you're an American. The entire fight for freedom that you read about in history is not fighting for black and Hispanic freedom. It's fighting so that one group of white people can attempt to be nicer to another group of white people. Look up 1800 pictures demeaning Italians, right? I have one in my phone right now. Let me send you one. This might explain to you what early church fathers were coming against. Who do I send this to? Okay, stand by. Let me show you something that might explain. So as you as a black and Hispanic, you might be reading this like, oh, St. Thomas Aquinas, he was an early church father. St. Thomas Aquinas would have you whipped for asking a question outside of his church. He would have your back beat. He'd have your tongue cut off and your feet cut off for daring to look at him in the eye. The fight for freedom in history is the fight for white freedom. It is not the fight for black and Hispanic freedom. I'm going to show you an image. Everyone just stand by. You can hold the questions on deck while I get this. What the hell did I do with this image? Go ahead, Up.
Like, sir, so basically all you're saying is these white men was just pretty much being white men, just try to hide what they do today, hijack our culture and then, be brutal.
Yeah, they had nothing to do with us. They had an agenda that, was a political agenda in the church, but it was not, their agenda was not to make blacks or Hispanics equal or to give us more rights. That was not their agenda in any way. I think I have it right here. No, not this. This is another good one. I'll find it for you, all right? If that answers your question, I'll get it for you in 1 second. Go ahead. Anything else?
Yes, sir. This is from
Officer Nwanyala. Can I get a breakdown on Matthew chapter 26, verses 26 through 28? Baba Kashaw, sir.
Absolutely, no problem. Go ahead and get it for him, please.
Khan. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 26. You want me to start at verse 25, sir?
Please.
Khan, verse 25. Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? He said unto him, Thou hast said.
I don't quite understand. Read it again.
Khan. Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered.
Judas, which betrayed him. Go ahead.
Khan answered and said, Master, is it I?
Is it I? I believe this is talking about what they call the Last Supper, the last high holy day that Jesus Christ celebrated, gracias, with the 12 disciples. At that dinner, Jesus Christ said, one of you will betray me. One of you will betray me. And then Judas asked, Master, is it I? Meaning, am I the one that's going to betray you? Keep going.
Khan. He said unto him, Thou hast said.
Then Jesus Christ answered, that's what you said. That's what you said. Thou hast said. Today would be, that's what you said. Keep going.
Khan, verse 26. And as they were eating, Yahushua took bread and blessed it.
This is more to the question, correct?
Khan,
you might
sir.
need to tell me in specific what the question is. It would save time, all right? Please, Ibad. Go ahead.
Khan. And break it and gave it to the disciples and said, Take, eat, this is my body.
So he says, one of you is going to betray me. Judas said, is it me? He said, well, that's what you said. Meaning, yes, Judas, you're the one that's going to betray me for money. It's sarcasm. Many people today, it's hard to understand sarcasm because of the internet, but sarcasm is a way that some people would speak as a way to say it without saying it. Everyone understands, right?
Con.
Then after that, he took bread. So imagine him taking a big, a loaf of bread. Imagine a loaf like a big circle, a round circle of bread. He takes it and he rips it. This is what we would call unleavened bread today, but they called unleavened bread in the Bible. He takes it and he rips the bread in pieces. He takes a piece and he hands a piece to each one of his 12 disciples, right? So he takes the bread and he shares it with them. He shares it with each one of them. Continue.
Con, verse 27. And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, drink ye all of it.
So then he takes the cup. He thanks the Most High God for the wine and the cup, and he takes it and he gives each one of them the cup to drink from. So he blesses the wine, then passes him the cup, then passes him the cup, then passes him the cup. So right now he's given all of the disciples a piece of his bread, and all of the disciples a drink from his cup. All right, keep going.
Con, verse 28. For this is my blood of the New Testament.
And then he said, for this cup is my blood of the New Testament. Now, he's using the wine as a metaphor. It's like sarcasm. It's a similar tactic in speech, in communication. It's a metaphor. This is not actually his blood. This is wine, right? And that bread is not actually his body. It's bread. But he's using it as a teaching tool. A teaching tool, right? To say the same way I took bread, that's mine, and I give it to you, each one of you. I take the cup, that's mine, and I bless it, and you drink it. This is what I'm going to do for all of you with my body and my blood. I'm going to give up what is mine for you. This is my body, my heart, my lungs. I'm giving it up for you. This is my blood that runs through my veins that keeps me alive. I'm going to have it shed for you. I'm going to die for you. That's the point. Go ahead.
So what just hit me right now is because he said, drink all of it.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
I'm going to die for you. Right? He's telling them because it's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow he's going to die for them. And so he's telling them what's the future, telling them about what's going to happen without saying it. Later on, as they think about meetings like this, dinners like this, talks like this, classes like this, as they think about it after he's gone, they'll realize that he was always telling them that he was going to die for them and leave and come back. Continue.
Con. For this is my blood for the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins.
What is the New Testament? The Old Testament are the first books in the beginning of the Bible, right? A testament is like the Most High God saying something and making a promise about something. That's what the Old Testament is. The Old Testament is a promise that the Most High God would deliver the children of Israel, feed the children of Israel, protect the children of Israel, and in return, they would serve him and obey every word he told them. It's a contract. That's what a testament is. Now, we broke the contract. We did not serve God. We decided to serve the gods of our other nations, like Christianity and Roman Catholicism and Islam and Baal worship. So we broke the covenant, which made the covenant null and void. He did not have to protect us anymore. He did not have to deliver us from our enemies because we did not serve him and obey him. So the Most High God, in his mercy, decided to make a New Testament with us. He decided to give us another chance, Uck. The most precious thing in the world, Uck, is a second chance. There is nothing greater in this world than receiving a second chance, even though we did not deserve one. It would be a complete betrayal of the love that God had in the Old Testament to make a testament with a different people than the one he made in the Old Testament. He made a testament, another covenant with the exact same people he made the first covenant with, even though they broke it, because that is how merciful he is. He didn't find a new people. He didn't say, well, they're nothing but niggas and whores and spics and wetbacks. Forget them. Let me go find some of those good white people to make a covenant with. They're not criminals. They're good. They're better than us, aren't they? Isn't that what TV tells you? Huh? Isn't that what every television, this young brother sitting right here in class, it's a wild thing to get a child and have him draw a superhero. And then he'll draw a white face almost every time. Almost every time. What'd you say, sis? Say again? Yeah, now they're Asian. You get a little college, you say, draw me a superhero. Draw me the best man alive, the most powerful person alive. They will not draw themselves. They will not draw their own face. So one more time, sis. Give her a hand. She said that's why he's here. Let me tell you. I can tell you why I was shot. But let me tell you, God is more merciful. God would never say, I'm throwing away the Israelites who are black and Hispanic, and I'll find some better people to make my covenant with, the Chinese, the Japanese, white people. Nah. He found value in black people, though you don't. He found value in Hispanics, though society does not. And he simply made a new covenant with the same people that had the old covenant, except this time that covenant would have a far more difficult standard to keep. The old covenant, if you committed a sin, you killed the lamb, you killed the turtle dove, you killed the goat if you committed a sin. The new covenant, sacrifices like that are no longer good enough. You're not going to be able to kill a lamb and pay a fine to keep God's covenant intact. No. This time, someone else died. A man died. And no one forced him to. No one tied him to a rock and forced him against his will to die. He willingly gave up his life. This is my body. Take it. This is my blood. Drink it. I give it up for you. A goat has no choice to die when you cut its throat. A lamb has no choice to die. This man had a choice, and he willingly gave his body up for us. That's what he did. Now, what's the sacrifice that you and I make? You and I have to follow him. You and I have to give up who we are and live in his stead. He is not here anymore to live a good life, so you'll have to do it for him. He's not here anymore to raise good children. You don't think Jesus Christ would have liked to raise a family, have sons and daughters, go out and help people? He couldn't, because he had to die. So you go out and you raise up good families. You go out and you show courage in the face of oppression. You go do the things that he cannot do because he gave up his body so you could live. That's the point. That's a general breakdown of what he just asked me about. Everyone understands. All right, next.
Yes, sir. This is from Zarak Yahweh Shalom. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah Alawat. If I may, can I get a general breakdown on Ecclesiasticus chapter 23, verses 16 through 19?
No problem. Go ahead.
This is the book Ecclesiasticus, chapter 23 and verse 16. Two sorts of men multiply sin, and the third will bring wrath. A hot mind is as a burning fire.
Culpa otra vez, please. Gracias. Perdóname.
It will never be quenched till it be consumed.
Read it one more. This is the general breakdown, right? Read it one more time.
Sir. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus,
Yes.
chapter 23 and verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Two sorts of men multiply sin,
Mm-hmm.
and the third will bring wrath.
Mm-hmm.
A hot mind is a burning fire. It will never be quenched till.
Turn the air. Make it a little colder here if we have the ability to. Oh, please, go ahead, get it down. You can let the brother work on that. I appreciate it. Someone else can read for him. For what?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
A hot mind is as a burning fire.
So the Bible says that two kind of men multiply sin, and the third bringeth wrath, meaning the third one is going to make God absolutely angry with us. Continue.
It will never be quenched till it be consumed.
Someone who has a hot mind, it will never be quenched until it is consumed. Keep going.
A fornicator in the body of his flesh
And a fornicator in the body of his flesh, keep going,
will never cease till he have kindled a fire.
and he won't stop until he's kindled a fire. Keep going, gracias. Keep going.
Verse 17. All bread is sweet to a whoremonger.
All bread is so those are the three types of men, right? A whoremonger, a fornicator, and someone who's constantly hot. I'm going to explain each one to you. These kind of people are terrible people, and they bring destruction on this whole nation. Read the first one again.
Yes, sir. A hot mind.
A what?
A hot mind.
A what?
A hot mind.
Who knows what a hot mind is? A mind that is hot. Someone who cannot control their anger. Right now, yesterday, I think we had 3 mass shootings yesterday. A 13-year-old boy shot someone, shot people up. Someone shot everyone in a Mormon temple. Someone got on a boat and shot people from a boat. Shot people. Can you imagine having enough money to have a boat? I try to imagine one day getting a boat. Like you go out and shop for a car. You know how you go shop for a car? Imagine going boat shopping the car. Well, time for me to buy a new boat. Let me go out there and see what the boat market is like. Just thought of that is laughable. You see how we laughed? We laughed at that. That is normal life for some white people. A good amount of white people, especially cops. Where they are shopping for boats. Well, someone with a boat killed everybody at some event. You ever hear of the term toxic masculinity? Let me explain what toxic masculinity really is. And it's confusing because they use the term masculinity. Toxic masculinity is the same thing as toxic femininity. It is someone that is so selfish that they don't care about what damage their violence does to other people. Someone who is so angry that they have to act on it. They can't stop. So someone who has toxic masculinity is some 13-year-old boy with 100 guns that kills everybody in school, that shoots everyone in his class. Why? Because he got bullied. Because this girl won't go out with him. Because his teachers did something that made him angry. It's selfishness when it comes to how you express your own anger. When you're not allowed to express your anger in a way that does unrighteous damage to anyone. Some idiot out there that's beating his wife half to death. I don't know why, because the food is cold or something, or what are you arguing with her about? And so you beat your wife and black your wife's eyes. And then when someone asks you why, you know what you'll say? I just lost it. You know, oh, you lost it, did you? Well, maybe I will lose it too. Maybe it's time for me to lose it, right? Why are you allowed to express your anger regardless of the damage it causes? Well, there are women that do the exact same thing. Women, because of their anger, they can key your car, bust out all of your windows, cut your penis off. That happened. Young brothers not going to remember it. Some woman cut some man's penis off, threw it out a window. They laughed about it on TV for a year. It was so funny. They laughed about it. This man has no penis now. Constant, go down to your job, get you fired, burn all your clothing, embarrass you on social media. And then when you say, why'd you do that? Just being stupid. Bitch, now I'm going to be stupid. Now we're all going to be stupid, because if I get stupid, then it won't be funny. It won't be adorable. That's just people who believe that because their anger is so hot to them, they can do what they want to do about it. And once they're not angry anymore, you know what they'll say? I just lost it. You know, I was tripping. Well, because of people like you, God destroys this nation. You're not allowed to use your anger as an excuse to hurt someone. That's what white people do. That's what the Chinese do. That's what the Japanese do. As a black or Hispanic man or woman, you are not given the right to harm someone because you are angry. Everyone understands. You don't have that right. Your anger does not give you license to harm other people. That's what white people think right now today, and that's why there has been about 300 mass shootings, or 500 this year. There was 3 yesterday. Yesterday. What's Donald Trump doing? Having a UFC fight on the White House lawn. That's what Donald Trump is going to do this week. Have men punching each other in the face, kicking each other in the face, and screaming and yelling for bloody murder. That is a white trait, to be so angry that you think your violence is acceptable in society. It is not. Not in here. If you're a man in here and you're beating your woman, you're leaving the school. If you're a child abuser, if you're beating your children with extension cords, and if you're putting them in the bathtub, making them wet, and beating them with extension cords, you're getting out of the school. No child abuser can be in this school. No wife abuser can be in this school. No husband abuser can be in this school. If you're some woman that thinks it's adorable when you punch your husband and smack your husband and key his car, you are leaving this school. You can't abuse people in here. You want to abuse people, go back to church. That's where the rest of your kind is. Calling themselves Christians and talking about God's love. Everyone understands. Read the next one. No, the next man. That's the first kind of man. It was terrible. Go ahead.
A hot mind is a burning fire. It will never be quenched till it be consumed.
It will, someone that is so angry and it consumes them, they'll never stop until they die. Until you do to them what they do to other people. Keep going.
A fornicator in the body of his flesh.
Here's the second one. A fornicator in the body of his flesh. What is fornication? Unlawful sex. People who commit unlawful sex bring great destruction on this nation. What is everyone knows what sex is. What is unlawful sex? A man who has a woman outside of his race. If you're a man and you like white girls, Chinese girls, Japanese girls, African girls, you're a fornicator. And you destroy this nation. And I hear so much about buying black and black-owned businesses and how we have to support black-owned businesses. You got people right now boycotting Target because Target won't support HBCUs and give money to black schools. How do you boycott Target for not supporting black colleges, and yet you support a black man giving all his money to a white woman? Why doesn't that man buy black? Why doesn't he support black women? Why doesn't he marry black women, have sex with black women, support black women? Why is he allowed to marry someone outside of his race? She's going to get all of his money. When she divorces him in 2 years, she's going to get half of his paycheck. Let me know how much Tiger Woods, how much did his ex-wife get? Someone in the divorce. Someone tell me that. She's going to get every penny that that black man has. And women that look like his mother are still going to be in the ghetto working a job until they're 80. You ever see an 80-year-old crossing guard? That should break your heart. Some old 70-year-old woman out, she's a crossing guard. She's 75 years old. You ever go into Target and see some elderly person working in Target, an old woman? You go, my God, why does this woman still have to work? Because the rich men of our society go marry white women and Chinese women. And yet we support them, but you don't support Target? Shop at Target, but boycott any man that has a white woman or an African woman or a Chinese woman or a Japanese woman. Boycott him. You'll do a lot better good. You'll make a difference in life. How much money did the ex-wife of Tiger Woods get? Please.
Salaki, sir. You just brought it to me. I was going to bring it up. $100 million.
Say what?
$100 million.
But you're boycotting Target, selling drawers and sneakers or whatever. But you support black men who would give a white woman $100 million anytime she says, I want a divorce, I'm done with you. You support that. Well, men like that do that, they bring great anger from God. God hates you to give all of your resources to a people simply because your lust and your lack of self-worth makes you go have sex with someone outside your race. You don't have any self-worth. You hate yourself. So because of that, you're willing to give $100 million to some piece of garbage babysitter, some ex-stripper. That makes God angry. And just so you know what I'm talking about, I am not simply talking about what you call marriage, which is a wedding ring. I'm talking about sex. That's fornication. You are not allowed to have a white girlfriend. You're not allowed to have a Chinese or Japanese girlfriend or boyfriend. You're not allowed to do that. That's fornication. That makes God angry. Give me the last one.
A fornicator in the body of his flesh will never cease till he have kindled a fire.
That's what's going to happen, right? It's this, which is how you know this is speaking about sex, because it says in the body of your flesh. A marriage license is not in your flesh. It's on a piece of paper, right? Down at the justice of the peace or a courthouse. But sex is done in your body, in your flesh. That's marriage. That's what you can't give to another nation, another race.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 17. All bread is sweet to a whoremonger.
All bread is sweet to who?
A whoremonger.
A who?
Whoremonger.
Here's the third kind of man that the Most High God hates. A whoremonger. What is a whoremonger? It's what we call today a pimp. The word monger means seller of. So the term whoremonger is a whore seller, someone that sells women. A pimp. The Most High God cannot stand pimps. It's a disgusting thing. They're destroying our nation. Oh, and white people, they love pimps. They love Snoop Doggy Dogg, don't they? White people love pimps. They, with all that Donald Trump is doing to black people, white people can't stop celebrating Snoop Dogg because he portrays himself to be a pimp. And white people love that. They love cocaine. They love pimps. They love lust. They love sin. And us, because of our self-hatred, we love anything white people love. God cannot stand pimps. He hates them. He's going to give them judgment that they're not going to be able to handle because they deserve it. Everyone understands. That's the answer to his question in general. Anything else?
This is from Michael Wilson. Shalom, General. If I may, with your grace, when Christ was tempted by Satan, did he see a physical form in front of him, or was it a voice talking to him like a demon? And also, did he fast without water?
Well, the Bible does not say that he fasted without water, right? I know scientifically a person can go about 40 days without food. A person dies after 3 days without water. And so because of that, even though the Bible does not say it, you can infer that he fasted with food. Also, when Satan tempted him, Satan said, turn this rock into bread. Satan did not say, turn this oil into water for you to drink. Satan said, turn this rock into bread, which would definitely indicate that he was hungry for food. Satan did not mention giving him water to break his fast. So those two facts will indicate that it was a fast of food and not of water. Everyone understands, right? He had another part of his question. Oh, did Satan appear in front of him? Just look and see if the term Satan appeared unto him. If it uses the term Satan appeared unto him, then yes, Satan was in front of him in a physical form. If it does not, then the Bible does not indicate that he visually saw him. Go ahead.
I don't know if this might help. Verse 1 in Matthew chapter 4, it says, then was Yahushua led up of the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil.
Okay, you want to look for the term appeared unto him. If it does not say appeared, then it could be that he saw him or simply heard him. Either one, right? Either one can happen. Go ahead.
It said, and when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the son of...
Then that's not appear, right? So then the Bible does not indicate that he saw him. So just like with the bread, was it a fast of water or a fast of bread and water, right? Or bread or water, the Bible infers that it was bread. The Bible also infers that he heard him, not saw him. That he heard the voice of Satan. All of those things are very important. Why? Because these things could happen to you. You absolutely could go 40 days without eating. You could do that. You might have to in Alligator Alcatraz. Right. You might have to in some jail in Guatemala. You might have to in Rikers Island. You might have to go on Rikers Island, brother, on an island and not eat for a long time. There are many people that go to jail and become punks because they need food. They need oodles of noodles or chi-chis or cup of soups. And because of that, they'll wash some man's drawers or become a sodomite, become a feminine man simply because they want to eat. And there are other men that will wait it out. I pray you understand. They're not becoming punks in jail for anything. If they have to die, they're not doing it. Well, Jesus Christ was that type of man. He went 40 days without eating food. Done. That's it. I'm not eating. You could be in jail for a righteous cause, and you could say, well, listen, I'm not doing anything for anybody for food. I'll simply wait. If you're in the UPK, you won't wait long because there's brothers coming. Please believe that. The brothers are on their way. Everybody understands. Just hold your ground. Hold your ground without food. Hold your ground. You stand there and you wait on it. Jesus Christ went 40 days. That's what he did. And also, when Satan comes to you, it'll be a voice in your head. It'll be what you will think is what? your own thoughts, or you will think it's God telling you to do it. Oh, that's going to happen to you, already has. I think God wants me to leave the truth and find my own path. I think God wants me to leave my husband. I saw a vision in my mind of me with a different man who was taller or shorter or had more money. I believe that's the Spirit telling me that I should leave my husband. No, that's not the Lord. That's Satan talking to you. And you're calling it God because you want to do what he's telling you to do. And you're giving yourself the excuse of saying, it's God, or it's me, or it's my thought, when really it's Satan. Everyone understands in the car.
If I could, sir, like tomorrow is the Day of Atonement. The beginning, and many of.
Do me a favor, just get his young brother, G the guard. Tell his young brother to put some water on his face to wake himself up. I know he's been working hard all day down at the factory. Go put some water on your face, young brother, and wake up. You're falling asleep in class. I know you've been working hard at the factory all day. Let's go. Go ahead.
Sir. So tomorrow we're gonna be going into
tomorrow is the Day of Atonement. You said earlier, right? Go ahead,
sir. And a lot of brothers and sisters definitely need to be listening to what you're saying, because that little voice in your head gonna be like, maybe I should just go ahead and drink that water, or get a little something, the Lord gonna understand.
Let me tell you, I totally forgot about the Day of Atonement. Give him the car a hand. That's correct. For those of you that don't know, the Day of Atonement is tomorrow. The Day of Atonement is similar to every other feast in the Bible where we share unleavened bread or lamb or a meal, a feast. Tomorrow we will share suffering tomorrow. We're all going to eat some of it. We're all going to share it together. Tomorrow night, sundown, is that right? Sundown, please. Question, young brother? What's tomorrow's date, Nakar? Nakar? 1 second now. Nakar? The Day of Atonement is, say again? 1 second, I'm going to answer your question. The Day of Atonement is tomorrow, sundown. The water. Tomorrow, sundown, all right? That's the Day of Atonement. You're not allowed to eat any food or drink any water from sundown tomorrow to sundown the day after tomorrow. So right. Tuesday sundown to Wednesday sundown. No food or no water if you are an able-bodied adult. Someone like the young brother right here, he's allowed to eat. He's allowed to drink because he's not a man. But if you're a man, you're going to have to go with no food and no water for 24 hours. And we're all doing it together. We'll share in the suffering tomorrow. We'll do it. And if you cannot do it, roundabout, what time does it hit you good? 3 o'clock, I would say? 2 o'clock? Roundabout 3. If you do them, some brothers do them, they forget about it, which is the best thing to do. Right. If you could just forget about it, that's a good Day of Atonement. Right. But you just don't even remember that it's the Day of Atonement or anything. You just are not eating. You're not thinking about it. That's a blessing from God. But there are other times you got to do it in 6-hour intervals. You got to make it for this 6 hours, make it for the next 6, make it for then around about noon, you're making it every 3 hours. You're counting them all, 3 hours. That's a rough one. When you're counting the time, that's a rough way. That's a rough year on you, young brothers and sisters, all right? You just got to go through that one. She needs the microphone. 1 second, sis. They can't hear you. One day. That's it. One day. That's a breeze. No problem. We shall see. Have you done it before? All right, give her a hand. This year is her first year. Now you're stuck to it now. It's only one. You opened your mouth and stuck yourself with it. One day tomorrow, and it's going to be a breeze. No problem at all. All right? Okay. That's for everyone. That's what we have to do tomorrow. Go ahead, Nicole.
If I could, sir, just for FYI, for people that's on the internet, for sure, brothers and sisters shouldn't be talking about what they're going through.
Oh, right. That's I appreciate you saying that. That's what Officer Nakar is talking about is the Bible in the book of Matthew that says you cannot have an outwardly showing of your suffering. That's in the book of Matthew, 6th chapter, I believe, or 7th. Meaning you have to look normal to the outside world. You can't go to your work and go, Father, why hast thou forsaken me? Don't go to work, and you go to work, no one on your job should know that you are not eating or drinking. Someone says, hey, you going to lunch today? Nah, I'm good. I'm straight. Hey, you want a water? Nah, I'm fine. No big deal. You act like nothing is happening because the Bible says we cannot be as the heathen, as the other nations who fast for an outward showing of godliness to other people. That's what the Muslims do on, what's that mess that Muslims do?
Ramadan. Sir.
Ramadan. Or the Jewish people on Yom Kippur. They all just suffer. Oh, I haven't eaten in 12 hours. Don't do that. Be normal, act normal. Brush your teeth. Use Listerine on that mouth of yours. You already don't go to the dentist. This day is going to destroy you. Your breath is already on the edge of destruction because you're afraid of a dentist. So now when you don't brush your teeth or use Listerine, forget about it. So what do you want to do? You're using Listerine. You're brushing your teeth. Don't suck the toothpaste. Don't drink the water from the toothbrush. Be spitting out the moisture out of your mouth when you brush your teeth. Use that Listerine. Take a little bottle of Listerine with you to work. They got them in the CVS, in the Rite Aid. Put it in your bag, a little Listerine. So a little Vaseline on your face. A little lip balm on to keep your lips smooth and glistening. So no one knows that you are starving and thirsty. No one should know about it. Don't go on Facebook and go, Lord, please help me get through this time of destruction. Don't do that. Don't act like nothing is happening tomorrow. Nothing is happening. And if you can't do it, well, what about a time coming where you have to do 40 days or else Satan takes you? What about that time? Because that time could come. You could be an alligator Alcatraz and they could say, well, we'll give you food if you lie on your friends. If you set up your friends with a lie, we'll give you food and you'll be eating like Fat Albert in about 2 minutes because you're a coward. What you want to do, Ak, is to be able to suffer, brothers. Be able to suffer. Tomorrow we all share in a day of suffering. Just one day. Everybody understands. Next question. Let me get Ibad.
I have two points, if I may, sir. Also, since it's the Day of Atonement, since we fast anyway, Christ said it's good to pray and fast so that certain demons leave.
Yeah,
right.
That's what it says, brother. Give him a hand. He's telling the truth. Many people, people love the Christian myth. There's a Christian myth that if you walk over to somebody and touch them with your hand, then the demon will leave them. In the name of Jesus, I cast thee out. That is a Christian lie and a myth. Nothing happens when you do that. You absolutely can cast demons out of someone. But boy, there are some demons that are stronger than others. There are some demons that you can cast out simply by going out in the street and teaching. And people hear it and it changes them forever. That demon leaves them because you cast it out in the name of Yahawashi, Jesus Christ. That can happen. These classes can cast out demons. You speak, you teach, and then they are cleansed by the word of God. That can happen. But there was one day when the disciples went out to teach, and they were trying to cast out the demon out of this one person, and they couldn't do it. Jesus Christ said, man, you don't have any faith. Then he went out and he cast the demon out. And he said that you have to have faith. And if you had faith, you would be able to say, mountain, move, and it would do it. Howbeit, however, this type doesn't come out like that. This type cometh not out, but by fasting and praying. What does that mean? Ibad?
We have to fast and pray.
Who has to fast and pray?
Either the one that's casting out the demon or the one that's needed.
The one that has the demon. Do you understand? Let me tell you something that Christians will never tell you, because then you won't think that the preacher has magical powers. There are demons that will not come out unless the person that has the demon wants that demon to leave them. The person that has it, he has to go on a fast. He has to pray. There are people that have a drug addiction, and you will tell them for years, stop doing drugs, get off of drugs. And they'll never get off of drugs until the time comes where they say, I'm not eating and I'm not drinking, because if I can give up food and water, I could give up marijuana. If I can give up something that the body does not need, I'm sorry, if I can give up something that the body needs, then I certainly can give up something that the body does not need. If you can't get off of cigarettes, you know what you should do? Give up food, give up water. Develop the strength to not eat, to not drink. You can go 2 days without water, you won't die. 2 days. You can give up 40 days without food and you won't die. Well, what if you were a weed addict or a cigarette addict? What if you were an alcoholic and I said, I'm not going to eat for 3 days and I'm not going to drink for 2 days. At the end of those 5 days, you have a muscle in your mind that you can use to do anything. You could use that new muscle to give up cigarettes, to give up marijuana, to give up alcoholism. And then you wait 2 weeks and you do it again, and you do it again. Before you know it, when someone offers you a cigarette, you will do the same thing you did when people offered you chicken when you were on your fast, or when people offered you water when you were on your fast. You will go, I'm all right. No problem. I'm good. That's what will happen. You understand? And that's what, there are some demons that are just strong, mainly because trauma has made them mighty. Childhood trauma makes a demon so strong. You know, if you've been abused as a child, molested as a child, grew up in the foster care system, had terrible parents, grew up in a place where instead of being loved, you were given cruelty, then the demon that you have, that you invite into your mind, gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Before you know it, he's so powerful that you're going to have to go on a fast to get rid of him. You're going to have to help the person that is helping you. So I'm going to teach you. I'm going to stay up all night with you. I'm going to answer all your phone calls. I'm going to speak every day in the class to help you. But damn it, you'll have to do your part too. You're going to have to go fast. You're going to have to fast. You're going to have to pray. We're going to have to cast this demon out together. Conmigo. We'll do it. You're going to have to do it with me, or else it can't be done. That's what Jesus Christ said. Everyone gets it. All right, next. Please, Culpa otra vez, please. Come on.
Because, sir, in the scriptures in Exodus 34 and verse 28, it said Moses went without bread and water for 40 days.
Does it say 40 days? I'll have to check with Commanding General YAHANNA on that.
Okay.
If it says 40 days, you got to let me check. I don't recall it, but I'll just check when I'm done. Go ahead. Please.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 34 and verse 28.
Mm-hmm.
And he was there with the Lord Yahweh 40 days and 40 nights. He did neither eat bread nor drink water.
Yeah, that one doesn't have to mean what you think it means. Do you see it now? You see it, right? It says he was there with the Lord. He did neither drink bread or water. Does not mean he did not eat bread or water for 40 days and 40 nights. It says he was there with the Lord 40 days or 40 nights. He did neither eat bread or water. Does not mean he did not eat bread or water for 40 days and 40 nights. And you want to be careful with things like that. You get my point. Anything else? Please, Officer Abund. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. No problem.
You said he was, when it says he was there without bread or water, it means like during that interval of time.
Exactly.
Okay, I see.
All it has to mean is that he was with the Lord 40 days and 40 nights.
Okay.
He did eat neither drink bread or water. It is not saying how long he did not eat bread or water. It could have been any time that he did not eat bread or water because it's not specifically saying it. And with anything in the Bible, you have to be careful because religions come from assuming what God is saying. The Bible says if a prophet makes a prophecy and it comes not to pass, that prophet has been presumptuous, which means you assume something. I have learned under Commanding General YAHANNA to assume nothing. Do you want to be a Nigerian in the woods thinking that their rapture is coming back this Tuesday? Do you want that to be you? You heard about that, sister? Yeah. Do you want that to be you? Do you want to be like Jesus is coming back? 6/27 tomorrow. Do you want to stand in the woods and have me buying up all your TVs and your cars? Do you want that? Because I'll buy everything you have on Instagram. I'll send my wives out to buy your TV. I'll get a boat then. I'll get a boat because I'll buy that boat you're selling dirt cheap because the rapture is tomorrow, 6:27 p.m. Don't do things like that. Don't presume things. Don't assume something. Be careful with saying God said something that he did not say. Everyone understands. A bun.
Kind of question on the Day of Atonement, sir. That would, individuals that would not partake in the fast, that would include pregnant women or women that are breastfeeding, correct, sir? Just to get clarification. Okay, I had a question, sir.
And children.
And children, yes, of course.
Children do not go on a fast for the Day of Atonement. If you're elderly and sick, you don't go on a fast. You know, people who are ill, you know, you're jammed up in the hospital, sick, you got some type of ailment, you're 100 years old, 85, or in bad shape, go ahead and eat. Don't worry about it. The young people will fast for you. You don't have to fast. Kids like these young brothers, they don't go on a fast. They're children. Come on.
Slicer, my son Kaparium on the way over is like, Dad, I'm ready to do it tomorrow.
Give Kaparium a hand. I'm going to see you later in class, Kaparium. That's a strong brother. And his young brother, Kabad. Give Kabad a hand. Both of them are strong. Go ahead.
Kabosh, sir.
Kabosh. My apologies. Give Kabosh a hand. Not yet, Kabosh. He's ready to come up. wait till the end, Kabosh. Good job. Come on.
Sir, I had off topic. I had questions on sumptuary laws. There were laws in ancient old America in the past, and I believe in Europe before, on sumptuary laws. I'm asking if there are biblical parallels, meaning did they get those from the Bible?
What are sumptuary laws?
Sumptuary laws.
Sumptuary. Go ahead. What are they?
Sumptuary laws are regulations designed to control extravagance by limiting personal consumption of certain goods, especially clothing, food, and furniture, for reasons of religious morality, social hierarchy, or economic policy. It's like they had laws on personal extravagance in America. Is that biblically based, or is that just like, again, Esau using religion to oppress people?
It's Esau using religion to oppress people. Sumptuary laws have nothing to do with creating a more temperate or disciplined population, because who could buy all the furniture they wanted?
The priests.
The rich people.
The rich people,
right? No one told the king, king, you can't buy another horse. You can't buy another, a dresser. Donald Trump this week came out on, I have a video I sent you, I'll send it to you in a second. Donald Trump has overlaid the what's that place, office he sits in? The Oval Office. With 24 karat gold. Now, do you understand what I mean? I saw it on TV. I thought it was gold paint. It showed you how poor I grew up. I'm thinking he just painted the place gold. He did not, brother. Everything in the White House is overlaid in 24 karat gold. The car, you got it. You. And I've thought about that, and I said, Donald Trump just passed a law cutting about 3 million people's health care. 3 million people are going to be cut off of food stamps. 3 million people are going to not be able to go to the doctor anymore. But the Oval Office has 24 karat gold. Get a picture of it if you could, Bob. I might put it up on the screen. That's, he'll cut off your health care. And what's the reason for the health care cuts? To save money. Because we don't have the money. Because we have to do spending cuts. Because we have to balance the budget. Rich people are always good at making sure that you don't waste your money, that the tax dollars don't get spent on you, because we have to stop spending. We got to cut spending. By the way, come look at my new fireplace covered in 24 karat gold. Those sumptuary laws were that. Poor people or middle class people were not allowed to buy another chair. If you get enough chairs, how many kids you got? 2 chairs. Okay, get 2. You can get 2 chairs. You got 2 kids. You can get enough beds for just your family. Otherwise, you're being decadent. Otherwise, you're wasteful. Because rich people don't want to have to spend tax dollars on you. So you'll never be able to go to the king and say, King, I don't have any furniture. I'm poor. King, I don't have enough food. The king will go, you're not disciplined enough. You need to have more godly discipline. Now, I have to leave because I have a table full of cake. That's why they killed Marie Antoinette. The people in France for the French Revolution were going to France, going to the palace and saying, We don't have any food. We're starving to death. Marie Antoinette said, she looked downstairs and said, oh, those poor peasants, they're hungry. She took the cake off of her dinner table. She's eating a meal right then, a feast. She said, give this to the poor people because I'm so sweet. And she just told her servants to take the cake. You know those wedding cakes you have today? And those are French cakes. And they took the cakes downstairs and said, I hear y'all people are suffering. Here's some wedding cake. Here's some cake off of the queen's table. The people said, oh, we killing that bitch today. That's it for her. They went up in that castle, dragged her out, and sent her to the guillotine. Why? Because it was an insult. You're supposed to give us bread. You're supposed to give us furniture. We give you our tax dollars. Your tax collector comes to my village and takes 10% of all my goods. I need furniture. I need bread. You're giving me the cake off of your dinner table? Sharpen the guillotine up. And that's how she got killed, brother. And that's where the French Revolution came from. And the Russian Revolution, when they killed the Romanovs, because these people were starving to death. And the king had a castle and horses and every possible thing you could want. But they told the people, they called it stoicism. They told the people to be stoic, to be conservative. If you love God, then you will not indulge in overeating. Have you eaten one meal a day? That's enough for a person of God. I have to leave now. My servants are bringing in ostriches for me to eat today. Yeah, they took the Romanov family, brought them down into a basement of that palace, including the babies, and then there were no more Romanovs. Everyone understands. Well, the president has an office overlaid in gold. It's not a good idea to do things like that. I think I know what happens when you do this. Is this video you want to play? No. Oh, show me better pictures. You can get better images than that of the gold. Yeah, it's not wise to while people are starving and they get their health care cut off for you to go and put 24 karat gold everywhere in your office. Some people might get angry. I know you understand. Go ahead, microphone.
I was just saying, I have a video of it. I don't know.
Yeah, let the brother know. There's a whole video. You can just type in the president overlays his office in 24 karat gold. Abundant, did that answer your question, or you have more? When he gets the microphone. Give Abundant mic. Go ahead.
I'm kind of like, sir, I want to know what our stance was on when the Soviet Union fall. That was in the 90s, so I'm sure we had a stance on that. I was wondering what our stance was on the fall of the Soviet Union, and is that when, because it says Magog would rise to power in Revelations, was that the realization of that, and they've fallen now, or is it going to happen again, where you have Putin or some other leader, Russia in that area, reestablish the Soviet Union? And is that what he's trying to do in the Ukraine, sir?
Well, let me tell you, the Bible says in Ezekiel that hooks shall be put in her mouth and she will be turned back. Right? During the 80s, the Soviet Union fell. If you're black or Hispanic, the Soviet Union specifically fell because of your drug use. Because Ronald Reagan sold drugs, sold crack cocaine. And with the money, the proceeds from selling crack cocaine in the inner cities, they used that money to fund proxy wars all around the planet to defeat the Soviet Union in proxy wars. When I say proxy wars, meaning you had North Korea and South Korea. The U.S. was on the side of South Korea. The Russians on the side of North Korea. They fought. South Korea won. You had North Vietnam and South Vietnam. The South Vietnam on the side of America, North Vietnamese on the side of Russia. The North Vietnamese won. You had the wars between FARC in Nicaragua and the I forget the name of the other side. One side is on the side of America, the other side on the side of Russia. That was going on all over the world. Come on.
All those civil wars in Central America, sir, where all those gangs came out of.
Every civil war in Central America was Russia fighting against the Americans with someone else doing the shooting, right? Okay. America won because America had crack money. Now, what I'm saying about, you can just type it in your phones. Maxine Waters went before the Senate, and they had a hearing on it because she was so angry because she was a congresswoman from South Central Los Angeles. And she pulled up the records of Rick Ross, a drug dealer who was getting his drugs from a CIA operative. They were selling drugs and they used that money. So now they had a endless supply of money that they didn't have to go to Congress and ask for. They just had as much money as they wanted. At the same time, they passed laws making the use of crack 10 times worse than powder cocaine. So if you had 2 rocks of crack, you got more jail time than having a 1/5 ounce of cocaine. You got more jail time. Look it up. Ronald Reagan put all of your fathers in jail, all of your uncles in jail, and sold them the drugs that they went to jail for. And the Soviet Union fell. What I'm saying is inarguable. It's historical fact. You can just type it in your phone and you'll find out. 1 second, because you don't have the microphone. So because of this, give it to him. I'll make my point, then you go on. Because of this, the Soviet Union couldn't fight America. They had crack money. They won every war. The Soviet Union fell. Every country left the Soviet Union. They were swimming in the direction of peace, of compromise. They had no money. They were falling. But the Bible says that they shall be turned back. The turning back is happening under Putin right now. After the fall, they were swimming towards compromise. What was it called in the Soviet Union? Glasnost. They were swimming towards compromise and peaceful resolutions with its enemies. But the Bible prophesied that they would be turning back. Commanding General YAHANNA and the brothers with him at the time told me when I was in the world watching the camp, I know you see the Soviet Union being peaceful now, but they're going to be turned back because it says it in the Bible. What happened later on? Vladimir Putin. Now he invaded the Ukraine, invaded Poland recently, flew planes over Poland. Now they're turned back, just like the UPK said they would. You understand now? You got another question? Please go ahead, Nakar.
If I could, what you were saying, so people, like you said, Maxine Waters brought it out as well.
Yeah.
Some two Edomites, 2 devils, back in the day, they brought out the records. Gary Webb, people can look at him. He actually got knocked off, and Milton William Cooper came out with a book called "Behold a Pale Horse," where they brought out the they even showed the documents of the government being involved with the crack cocaine being pushed in our neighborhoods and just a whole agenda to fund the wars that they, like you said, I think the war of Contra.
Yeah,
I believe that's what
Iran
it's called.
Contra affair.
Yeah, Khan, and all those other wars, like you just said. Sir.
That's correct. Give him a hand. He's telling the truth. All right. Any other questions?
This is from the tribe of Issachar. Sir, if I may, with your honor and grace,
Please.
any scripture about being strong and holding it down, especially for these last days?
That's a good question, young warrior. Any scripture about holding it down? Give me integrity. Give me that in the book of Psalms. It's a hard concept to understand because we don't learn this at home. We're not taught this in social media or on TV or radio. But it's the lifeblood of why people did the things they do in the Bible. If you ever read about the things they do in the Bible and you wonder how a person could do it, this is why. Integrity. Let me give you another precept. Give me make thy election sure. That's what the brothers would always give us back in the day. Make thy election sure. And give me the integrity one where I kept my integrity until I be dead or until I'm dead. Give me that. And there's one more. After make thy election sure, General Mayaki used to always bring out. I can't recall the third one, but I'll take those 2, all right? Come on.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 26 and verse 11. But as for me, I will walk in my integrity.
But as for me, read a verse above it.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 26 and verse 10.
Give me, I know this is not the one, but this is a good one. Give me show thyself a man. Matter of fact, give me show thyself a man first. Give me that. What the brother is bringing out, if you're young in the truth, if you're old in the truth, you're going to need this. I talked earlier about toxic masculinity. You know, watching Donald Trump and watching the UFC and watching people smack and fight each other online, watching world. Now, I was about to say World Star Hip Hop. Jesus Christ, how old am I? Listen, I remember World Star Hip Hop was something to me the kids were into. That was 25 years ago. All right, what are y'all doing now that y'all entertained by? You like people fighting online, people fighting each other, arguing, beef. That's the word, right? You love a ton of fighting and beef online, and especially because of Donald Trump. You wonder why there are so many mass shootings today. There was 3 mass shootings yesterday. It's because no one knows anymore what it means to be a man. That the concept of being a man is so gone. No one understands it anymore. Men like Donald Trump and Dana White and Joe Rogan and the UFC, they make you think that being a man is being violent. That's what men do. Men, what do men do? They fight. This week at the U.S. Open, the golfers fought. It was the USA Open where the U.S. is fighting Australia or Great Britain. And these rich white golfers fought each other at the golf match. Fought each other. You see the school shootings happening every day, school shootings. And they're all happening because young men are learning how to be men through learning how to be more violent. Before Donald Trump, what do young men do? Wear purses, wear dresses. Young men thought they could be transgender, they could be more gay. So one political party is telling you, wear a purse, wear a dress if you're a man. The other one is telling you to do a school shooting to be a man. So what does it do? It confuses you about what being a man is. Well, I follow Commanding General YAHANNA. I know what it means to be a man. And I'm going to tell you today, to be a man is to be able to use any tool at your defense, any tool that you have in your arsenal to defend other people, not yourself. That's what being a man is. To be courageous for someone else, to be a hero, to be someone that is selfless. This week, these ICE agents in Chicago, some brother on a bicycle went and taunted ICE agents. And the ICE agents, they got masks on and they're big, tough guys. And because he taunted them, they went to grab him and assault him. And he made them look like fools because he got away. And as they're trying to catch him, I know why they're trying to catch him, because he made fun of them. He made a fool of them, so now they have to beat him up. They looked like scared punks because they couldn't take a person mocking them, a person laughing. It is not manly to have a bad temper. That is not manly to be like that. It's feminine to have a bad temper. If you're someone that will kill someone over something they say, then you're like any woman who's, frantic and hysterical over anything. You don't know what it means to be a man. You think being a man is being more violent. Or you think being a man means I can wear a dress because I'm comfortable in my masculinity, comfortable enough to paint my fingernails and wear a dress. Being a man means being a hero. Being someone else's hero. You want to know if you're a man? You ask your child, who's your hero? They'll say you. You're a man. You ask your wife, who would die for you? Who would put their life on the line for you? Who would risk their life for you? Your wife will say, you. You're a hero then. Ask your brothers, do you think I would die for you? Give up my life for you? Do anything for you? They say, kun, out of one kun, you're a man. Being a man is not about how much you defend yourself. Being a man is about how much you defend someone else. That's being a man. That's what it is. And in here, we're experts in it. I pray you understand. Read the precept you have, please, Officer Abun. I thought you had Abun. I wanted to say something. Let Abun read.
I had a precept on like a man you were asking about.
Mm-hmm.
The book of Job, chapter 40, and verse 7. Gird up thy loins now like a man. I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me.
Let me tell you, this is an excellent Bible verse. This is not, I don't believe this is show thyself as a man, but this is a good one. That's a good one. Where the Lord told Job, gird thyself up as a man, meaning what? You're going to put on your war belt, cinch yourself up, and now you're going to stand before me and answer for what you've said and answer for what you've done. That's what men do. Men face the consequences of what they've done. They face the consequences of their actions. They don't protect themselves at all costs. That's what you learn under Donald Trump. You learn to always protect yourself. Someone said something bad to you, punch him in the face, kick him in the face, shoot up the school because some girl won't have sex with you. These white people will kill everybody in the school because they cannot get a date. That is a real thing. I've done the research on some group where women don't like them. And because women don't like them, they are going to kill all the women and shoot everyone. They're going to shoot the men who women like because women don't like them, because their entire life is about selfishness. Women don't like me. You're not giving me a job. I'm not able to get what I want, so I'm killing everybody. You're not a man. You're a child. You're a petulant, spoiled brat. You're not a man. Please read what you have. Come on. Microphone, come on, quickly.
I got the precept about the man part. The book of 1 Kings chapter 2 and verse 2. I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man.
Outstanding precept. Why? Because this is Elijah right before he was about to die. And there was a young brother under him. And he knew he was leaving and he would not be around anymore. And he said, I go the way of all flesh. I'm leaving you now. Now you show yourself a man. Is that not what every father wants of their son? Is that not what every officer wants of the brothers under him? Commanding General YAHANNA, brother, his heart's desire is that you would be men, is that you would take the challenges of the future and you would show yourself men in the face of those challenges. How do you do that? By standing in them, by keeping your integrity. Now give me the integrity precept in the book of Psalms. What is integrity? I will define integrity for you to understand it as honor. It's a word, we as people don't use anymore, but it's a very important word. Honor.
Right.
That's what integrity is. What is integrity? Integrity and honor are what you want said about you and what you can say about yourself. Now that's important. Walk with me on this so you can understand this. Okay. How do you want people to think of you? What do you want them to say about you? You want them to say you were brave? You want them to say that you were courageous? Do you want them to say that you were kind and generous? Right? What do you want to say about yourself to yourself? I want to think that I am brave. That's what I want to think. Now, I can't control what other people will think about me. Right? You might be the greatest man alive, but everyone thinks you're evil. I'm in the UPK. I know what that means. They all think we're a hate group. When meanwhile, we're not shooting kids in school. We're not killing Charlie Kirk. We're not doing that. But everyone thinks we're a hate group. Everyone thinks we're criminals, right? I can't control that. I would like them to know the truth about us, but I cannot control what they say about us. But I can control what I say about myself, to myself. That's honor. It's something it's a gift I give myself. I want to call myself kind. I want to call myself brave. I want to call myself loyal. I want to call myself courageous. I want to say it to myself. I have to do certain things to say that to myself. And I will know I did it, even if no one else does. Even if no one says it, I know it because I know what I've done. That's integrity. It's a promise I keep to myself about myself. Read the precept.
Count on cons, the book of Psalms, chapter 26 and verse 10. In whose hands is mischief, and their right hand is full of bribes. But as for me,
But what?
But as for me,
You see, they take bribes. A bribe is a perfect example to use because it's done in secret, right? You're some crooked cop, you're some crooked politician. They slip you a bribe so that you can put more black men in jail, and they'll give you $20,000 for every 10 black men that you put in jail. You could take that money and no one will know about it. You could buy a boat with that money. It'll be done in secret, right? You could do that. You could sell drugs in the black community and then put people in jail for doing drugs. No one will know. And in that case, no one will care because you're doing it to the people that they hate. You could do that and you'll get rich. You might even topple the Soviet Union. You could buy prostitutes. She won't tell anybody. It's done on Backpage or on Instagram, or you could buy whores. You could do a lot of things that no one will know about, right? But as for me, that's what you do. But as for me, keep reading.
But as for me, I will walk in my integrity.
I will walk in my integrity. I will look in the mirror every morning and look at a man that does not betray his oath for any amount of money, for anything. And I'll be able to every morning look at myself and go, I don't take bribes. I don't do that. I don't betray my oath. Commanding General YAHANNA came into the school in what, the 80s? I don't even remember. It was 15, 20 years before I came into truth. He has never left the truth. Everyone above him left the truth. The men that taught him have left the truth. The men he said, sir, come on, 1, come 2. They left. He didn't. He didn't leave. He certainly could have. The men who taught him decided that they could do it. He could have made the compromise, but then he couldn't look at himself and say, I took an oath in the early 80s and I have never broken it, ever. That's integrity. That's something he can say about himself. Commander General YAHANNA has not eaten pork since the day his head was anointed with oil. He has not committed a sexual crime, a dietary law crime, a civil law crime since the day he was anointed a priest. He can tell himself that in the mirror. What can you tell yourself? That you can control. That's integrity. That's honor. You do it for yourself. I don't do it because, the world will love me or they'll make me the Honorable Dr. Martin Luther Mahayaman. Not because of that, but because I want to wake up every day and say, I kept my promise. I did that. You go get a woman. So many people love to have sex. You love women. Can you have sex with a woman and make a promise to her and you have never broken it forever? That we can do in here. Do you think I'm joking? You know I'm not. You lay down in a bed with a woman, you take off your clothes, and she takes off her clothes. And you say, woman, I will never leave you for the rest of my life. I will not be with you forever. But the day I'm not here is because I have died. That's the beauty and the sadness about UPK marriage. UPK marriage, on one point, is very beautiful. And on another point, it's very sad because anytime you have sex with a woman in the Israelite school of UPK and a woman has sex with a man, that person you're looking at is going to give you a very sad day. It's a guarantee. There's no way you're not going to have a terrible day. The minute I have 4 wives, I take all of them, I marry them. I guarantee them a sad day. It's going to happen. Any woman you marry, as you're so happy to have a new wife, just know you are guaranteeing the woman that you love the most terrible day in the world. You are promising her that day because there's going to come a time when that marriage will end and it's going to end in your death and she'll be single. It's a guarantee that day is coming. When if you don't marry her, she won't have to go through the pain of your funeral. One day your wife is going to sit on the front row for you. So it's beautiful to get a wife. At the same token, it's terrible because one day this will be over, except it's not going to end in a big fight. It's not going to end on an Instagram battle. F you, we're through. No, this marriage doesn't end like that. It's not going to end in front of a judge in court. It's not going to end with the signing of your signature on a divorce decree. The minute we have sex, you're going to mourn me one day. It's the beauty of marriage in the UPK, and it's the misery of it. It's the sadness of it. You're going to keep that promise. One day we will be apart, and you'll be sitting on the front row the day we're not together. That's honor. It's a promise kept. It's that I say something and I do it. I say something and I do it. I'm doing it. That's it. I'm doing it. I made a promise. I'm keeping it. There's nothing that can sway me from it. There's no bribe I'll take. There's no selfish gain that will be enough for me to compromise off of this. I've given my word and I will keep it. That's integrity. That's integrity. Everyone understands. That's being a man. Now, you can't do it with kickboxing and punching people in the face. You can't do it with a new car or a new gold chain. You can't do it with getting all the guns that you can buy. It won't make you more of a man because you have a room full of guns. And when you're angry, you can go to the school and kill everyone in your school. It will satisfy your feminine anger, but it won't make you a man. Keep your promise up. Make no promise if you're not going to keep it. And the ones you make, keep them. Right. That makes you a man. That's integrity. I pray you understand. Was there anything else in the car? I'll get you. Iba, did you want to say it instead? Let me know when we're ready to rock. Is it time? With that said, I'll pass the class over to Priest Officer Mathumia. Oh, how did I forget? Hold on. You turn the camera around to the class. Let me see the young brothers in here. You can stand up and do it. That's what we do again in class. Come on up to party. Bring the party up. This is a young warrior here. This brother is coming up strong. He's coming up powerful. What'd you say? Say it again. Come on. Kabosh. Kabosh. Say it again. Kabosh. Come here. I heard you. You said this. I heard that. How about showing me how to try to rock it up? Get back. Good job. This is the young warrior right here. Give you how about showing me how to try to rock it up? You want to say it? How? God show me. How to shine. Rock it up. Good job, warrior. You're strong. You're powerful. You got it coming. Come on up to another young brother. Gosh, you are strong and you're smart. You're a good brother. And here's some cash for you right now. Get it on, your man. Come on, you know what a Mahayaman is? You put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. That's a Mahayaman. You were struggling to stay awake because I know you worked hard all week on your job. Let me tell you this. I saw you fighting this. You were fighting to stay awake. You did a good job. Good job, you boy.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. With I.S.U.P.K starting at 1 West on the 25th Street Hall, New York, under command of YAHANNA, who for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are all finished for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment you can find in Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. It means tenth in the Hebrew, Mahayaman. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department. Priest one free will offer for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation. The next one will be the Day of Atonement, which is tomorrow sundown to Wednesday sundown. All right. You know what I mean? We're going a day where we have no drink, have no food. You know what I'm saying? Where we we fast for a whole day. All right. And remind occupant Aquatium to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to get trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boot shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. If that men of Israel, Mount needs to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give the person salute. All right. Men of Israel, Mount Shabbat. Barak. Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, got in the top. So, which means to turn. Sister Amanda, which means to stand. We're going to give the sister a courtesy salute. All right, men of Israel. Oh, yeah, and if you don't know the sister, you know, when you have Mount Shabbat, we get feet at a 45-degree angle, hand over the other like so, head down. You know what I'm saying? You're going to repeat that to us. All right, men of Israel. I Mount Shabbat. I Mount Barak. Yahweh Shamar, Al-Tam, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Y'all been talking about